Loading. The Commonwealth has known for years that consumers were being ripped off by power companies, but they did nothing about it, Ms. D'Ambrosio told Fairfax Media on Tuesday. We welcome the AER's investigation. We called for it, she said. If the Turnbull government hadn't dragged their feet, it would have happened a long time ago. Mr. Frydenberg said that network rip-offs in the 5-year revenue period from 2013-14 occurred due to rules put in place under federal labor in 2012. We are cleaning up labor's mess yet again and look forward to implementing the AER's recommendations ahead of the next determination period in 2019. It is totally unacceptable for consumers to be charged for corporate tax liabilities that are not actually incurred, Mr. Frydenberg said on Monday. Josh Frydenberg, the Federal Environment and Energy Minister. Photo, Luisa Squi, AAPI. In his letter, Mr. Cautantoni said the issue had arisen with SAW Power Networks, then 51% owned by Hong Kong-based Chung Kong Infrastructure Holdings. My concern is that the discrepancy between what the ER approves as an allowable corporate income tax cost for SAW Power Networks and the tax that it reports on under the legal requirements governing partnership financial arrangements cannot be reconciled, he wrote. The process harmed transparency on which the energy regulatory framework is based, he went on. This issue is not unique to South Australia, Mr. Cautantoni wrote, adding a request that Mr. McFarlane explore it with relevant federal agencies, given the impact of electricity prices on the community. Loading. In her letter last month, Ms. D'Ambrosio said the network corporate tax allowance issue threatened to slug Victorian consumers with an extra $602.2 million in energy costs over the 2016 to 2020 period. The letter, dated April 8 this year, noted that Mr. McFarlane's response in 2015 to Mr. Cautantoni's had been that the goal of the regulatory framework is that only efficient costs can be recovered from consumers. With the renewed focus on energy prices, there is now an opportunity to ensure that the right balance is struck between fair compensation for the distribution businesses and affordable energy for consumers, Ms. D'Ambrosio said. We want this review done as quickly as possible because consumers deserve so much better, she told Fairfax Media. Soaring energy prices have become a politically sensitive issue, particularly between federal and state governments. Mr. Frydenberg is hoping to get approval from states and territories for the government's National Energy Guarantee as soon as August. The policy aims to achieve lower electricity prices while making the grid more secure and also reducing greenhouse gas emissions, a trifecta that has so been difficult to achieve. Loading.